Right, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about it. Your mind's always full of gone lost it. You remember things, or it makes your mind go, or it
I
makes you
just
lose
say
it.
you don't want to remember, really remember.
No, no. But did it make you lose it? Then you will remember all the bad stuff. I think it's only one time you get so. Hell no. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Yeah, rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Now we're cooking. It's just, hell yeah. That's what you say. Hell yeah. This is a good dance floor.
Yeah, bad idea. This part, yeah.
Yeah, this is a good dance floor. Gymnasium.
And we only had one foot of wax. We don't need that much other shit to do.
Oh no. Yeah, born for it, man.
Doors for it. And then more.
Born for it.
And those girls, shoes, like that.
Need to put those bowling shoes. You like those?
They were bad.
I don't like them. No, I did. I didn't put my bowling shoes. I used my regular shoes.
That's what do that.
No, I did. The man going, hi, put your shoes on. I do have shoes on. What are you talking about, man? I said, what are you talking about, man? I do have shoes on. I'm not barefoot. I'm not in my socks out here. No, put your bowling shoes on. I don't want to. I don't have to. I was like, I don't want to. Then he says, you're not going to be bowling then.
I was.
Yeah, I said, Mickey.
Before I dealt with Mickey.
Yeah.
And you know Mickey is.
Yeah, I do. Jamie's. I said, you gonna take those shoes off, man? And I was like, make me, man. And I was like,
And his mom had it, but did go down the street.
yeah. Of course she did. Of course she did.
did one time.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. It gave you underpants or a gift. Yeah. But you know you have the problem. The white doesn't do good on you. In your underpants.
There was no problem with that.
Oh yeah. Well, you like boxes.
Yeah. That's white. You're white.
You're white. Oh yeah. That is
You're
awesome.
white.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Not good for something else.
No, you're rock and rolling.
Not good for something else.
You're rock and rolling, but you had no one. You had no one to you know you had no one to be comfortable with.
No.
Yeah. You know what to struggle with, so
But it didn't matter. So, it was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's only 3 pairs, right? There's only 3 pairs of them in the package. Did you wear them though? You
I
did.
did.
You liked them, didn't
I
you?
did. I enjoyed it.
Oh, well, why didn't you save them for a long time? You did, didn't you?
A little bit.
Well, how many days? And you outgrew them or they ripped?
Different.
Yeah.
They're for weeks.
Oh yeah.
Those are expensive back then too. The boxes.
Why'd you get boxes for Christmas? Oh, actually, you requested it for Santa Claus. You should get the red and white, dude.
She's been there, and a long time ago, Mrs. Cook found her place, and she gave me
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, boxes.
So she gave me back then. It was I was going to do that.
A gigapass.
Back then, those were crazy back then. In the 90s, those were great. Those were you must have.
A gigapass?
Yeah, those were the must have.
I never had gigapass.
Well, were they?
Well, you must have. I
Back then, it's one of the technology things that it's kind of like you didn't have those. Sixth grade.
Oh, I don't care if I didn't have one.
Well, no, it's that's okay. I was a cat one, so I had
I don't give a shit. I didn't have one.
a lot of cat. Yeah,
Well, a lot of kids in school when I was in eighth grade didn't give a shit if I had it or not. I think you must have
Didn't
this.
care. Yeah, there were all people. I remember in 1996. At the time when the sample was released, and very expensive before that. I had Mario 64.
Uh,
Or no, you could buy it, but that was the crazy thing. You might be
Oh.
fifth grade. You might be fifth grade when that bird.
oh, N64 was released in 1996. And I got mine in 97.
Because it went down.
Yeah. But it was not, but you must have it.
Well, no, back in 96. Just like,
Well, I don't get cared if I didn't have it.
I didn't care once I was already up to date anyway. I didn't give it then. Kids were always asking, you get Mario 64 and I was sitting there playing Mario NES. You get third? No. Hell no. I was still playing Mario. The original.
Then you must have PlayStation.
Oh, before that though, when they did build the PlayStation,
I didn't have a PlayStation until
they didn't have
true.
a DualShock at the time when they first came out. They didn't have a DualShock.
No.
Never thought of that concept. And that is the first game it was released for.
PlayStation was out in 96 too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was about the same time frame as
N64.
Mario 64 came out. Because
guess what? You know, in 96, till end of 96, I remember Tina, the babysitter at Backyard. Her son Jesse had that. He was in junior high school, and he played Mortal Kombat with me.
you must have had
But he kicked my ass in it though.
right?
He had a PlayStation.
And yeah, because he must have had a memory card for that too.
Oh yeah, he did.
And I remember '96. It was the director's cut, and it was the only director's cut they had for Resident Evil. The first one. And the box, the original box, they made a reprint later, but it was like this freaking big, at least.
Yeah.
And these things in a park. And only one of those his friend, Bobby, had it. You
Yeah.
go over there and play it. Like, it was back then. It was all that.
Yeah, that thing was.
And the PlayStation games, of course. Then they started, of course, they still had the cheap,
Oh yeah, discs and
the
everything.
plastic game. But of
course it did.
Hard plastic and whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then they started, then they started cheaping it out. Cheaping it out.
Oh yeah. What time is it now? 1931. No. Yeah. Because Jesse had the very first copy. He had not the very first copy. But we had it when it first came out. I should say 96. During that time frame.
Then get back to the period.
Yeah, I did play it.
I think it was more Kombat Trilogy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was all
The guy says, "Get over here." And you go and grab him. Get over here. Yeah, he goes, "Get over here."
He was down the backboard.
Scorpion, like one of the best characters to play, right?
They all have their differences.
Yeah, Jesse played Scorpion on me.
Who I liked though was I liked him, but I liked the robotic dude that's yellow.
Yeah.
Because if you go if you trying to say move that
He really showed me how to play, but I was hitting a lot of buttons and stuff.
that's how the game is. The game is button mashing. Exactly.
I didn't like that too well. I don't care. You never get to know the moves.
But I don't like those type of fighting games. I don't like the learning it because the more you learn it, the more problems you're going to
Yeah, true.
and that's why I like it.
But then again, if you just play a lot of buttons, but if you want to do a move you really like, how was it?
My favorite was Sega Saturn was Virtual Fighter 2.
Yeah.
I love that game. Only
But if
because-
you're going to do a move you really want to do a few times, or you're not going to do it again, you don't know what to do. If you really needed it,
Really, only for the fatalities.
Yeah.
Because that's how you like this and that and this and whatever.
Yeah.
Cool fatalities. It's
I really like Mortal Kombat. I didn't mind it. It's just
it's one of those type of games where you gotta sit there and just watch. Your hands cramp, and it's like
you need to concentrate constantly.
you do.
It's not really. It's not really that fun if you're concentrating so much. You want to sit and relax, and play. Yeah, if you want to sit there and relax or something, I'd enjoy
Every
it.
game, sit there and relax.
Oh, like Grand Theft Auto, you can sit there and relax
And the
if you're
first,
not doing the mission.
the first one's Grand Theft Auto. see, which is like,
Yeah.
but I never got to get your car. You kind of just.
That's
you know,
a.
you
You can get a car.
You just, it's like from a bird's eye view. That's why sometimes people like to do with the bird's eye view, you know, because it's kind of like.
That's what people didn't like.
Then, you know, back then you couldn't do a lot of reading stuff
No.
like that nowadays. I mean, well, if it was Doom or Wolfenstein, 3D.
Yeah. Doom was not bad. I played that with some friends. It's not too bad.
Yeah, Doom is alright, and then, you know, of course, whatever everybody's like, oh, you shouldn't play. You shouldn't do that. And of course, the reason why we have, you know, why we have those little content things nowadays,
Oh, yeah.
so they're all good, you know, they buy the games, whatever. So it was back then.
We just gotta learn to know better not to do that shit.
Oh, you know, the violence, I'm like, God, they're on there, but the only people that would see is the arcade versions back then.
Now you see it now.
On the Sega and the Super NES.
Yeah, now you see it now.
Show that. In the Game Boy, even in the Game Boy.
No, it didn't show it.
Even
the Wii didn't show it. No, and like those Nintendo consoles didn't really show it.
Only one game.
Probably
I
one.
didn't see much movements.
Maybe nowadays.
Two games I've seen movies that didn't have blood.
Yeah, nowadays, probably.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, probably. The Wii.
Even
but not the Wii, but the
even
Nintendo.
Back then, though, even back then on the PlayStation,
Sure, blood.
there was a game that I played. It was a strategy kind of game. And it killed the other person. It wasn't shoot right out of the eye and disappear, of course, from the game stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, but it still had the ratings because that's what most I did.
Yeah.
With the ratings, you had to have the ratings too.
Yeah.
All rated this, rated that.
Right, yeah, mature.
That's what I do. Make sure it's all rated. So the kids and everybody, you can't buy it. Too buddies.
Well, then Shutdown versus Raw for kids has one.
Right.
The little kids play it.
Well, yeah, anybody can play it.
Well, yeah, you know why? Because it's WWE and WWF. It's more of a family thing. You sit down and watch.
The ratings, like.
Even that new wrestling league, the TV 14, that's a family thing.
Right.
Then the new one we watched, Dad didn't mind.
So AEW.
Yeah, AEW, yeah.
Okay.
Small, you know that big small guy, but that series was awesome.
Yeah, well, they're
Even in that TV 14, that's a family show thing to watch.
like a modern day version of WWE.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I like. You know, we watched some of the matches; they're pretty cool.
They're not bad.
No, they like WCW.
They did retire now. AEW. The only reason why he came back is because
this is reminds me of WCW.
exactly.
It's kind of the same feeling and style.
He's getting open.
Yeah. I can see him going to that one because it's just his own home, basically. So like we were saying, WCW.
When the announcer guy was already with him, and Tony Schiavone was already in WCW.
Is that owned by Triple H anyways too now?
Secret. Tony Khan apparently owns this guy, Tony Khan. I think technically.
But he was good friends with Mr. McMahon. And the McMahons, I mean, Junior and Senior. He's an older gentleman. He's good friends with Triple H.
It wouldn't surprise me that he jumped because they jumped the shark anyway.
Well, they have wrestlers that they switch off all the time with each other. You know, they go to WWE after that. They go to that one back and forth. Edge. Yeah.
They went there.
Yeah.
They jumped the shark.
And he went back.
We're just going to go to another company because they're going to be real people.
Yeah. Plus, they're older guys that they can teach the young ones the ropes, or they get to know some newer wrestlers or newer people because they like socializing with people and see different fans. Because you're a different fan base.
Yeah.
Well, Edge and Christian went to ECW before.
They did.
Yeah, for a little while.
Well, it's because when Vince McMahon happened,
No, that's a different fan base, ECW, because they're separate from
but back
E.
the original days was actually with independent wrestling.
Yeah, ECW was one
Great
of the
guys
independent.
that'd be good and kept in the company.
They were once independent one time, ECW.
It was. It was actually hard to find on TV.
Yeah.
You had to, I think, a satellite.
Satellite, yes.
Just to grab it. Just to even grab the damn station.
Yeah,
Because there were
satellite.
times
Peggy's house, satellite.
you have to
I'm going Joseph's house, satellite.
and then it switched to a company. I think it switched to Turner.
Yeah, Ted Turner had it before we had it.
Right. Because Turner had to lose it. I'm going to have to guess probably what, 2000 and something?
Yeah, he had WCW and he had ECW. Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah, then I had Time Warner at the Concord at the time, but Dad was paying the bill to it though. See, but Dad was paying the bill, and we watched ECW.
At that time, they created an N64 game for that.
Yeah, they did.
How
did that work out?
I never tried it, but I heard reviews on it.
I like WCW. I like the WCW game Thunder on Black Parker. Remember those skeletons on there on N64? No, and N64 was pretty cool.
I was good. I never played. I don't guess like this.
Yeah, it shows blood.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Maybe good.
But the blood drops on the mat and it disappears like it does. You use a stop sign in it. Remember, you use a bat. Yeah, you use.
Yeah, but the only problem is the hands.
No.
And I really think about it, the WWE.
When you start bleeding, it goes like that. You know, the lady goes ah.
But I didn't like those. I didn't like this. I didn't like attitude.
No, I didn't like attitude.
Because like cars, you know, if you go weird, like you go like
the human bar.
Like the light up top. You know, if you go like the first starts out green.
You mean your body?
It would change. But they didn't have the body when they were
Oh yeah.
But the light.
Ours did.
Weird.
Ours could turn red. You know, it shrink down as red. You know.
I used to put the language on, so I make sure it came with your perfect stuff.
Yeah.
I do, but.
Oh, you mean on the N64? Yeah.
So I think, you know, I think I'm on the management sport. So I got the Gold Dust. The year when we started to come out.
Yeah. Gold Dust. You can name them. You can pick 4 characters the same.
You can. It's different.
Is that attitude? WCW.
Because every time you pop the game on,
WCW, you can do that too.
And you show
with Goldberg in it, you can have like 4 Goldbergs. You can have 4 Lap Parkers. How should you like to repeat itself?
Some of the stuff that they were saying.
The announcers swear on that one.
They do.
And even in WCW with Thunder. Oh, he's bleeding. The announcer said, he's bleeding now. Jesus Christ. They say that on the thing. And my stepmom didn't care.
It's sometimes if she hears that she didn't play it, so I still play it though.
Oh, she bought it.
Well, I played Mario Kart 64.